welcome back to Get Ready With Me Mama. I'm Julia Joy. And I am, oh, see my bats? That's really cool. I love that they're there and I didn't plan them. Okay, so I'm just on here to do a little ditty about, I just took off all my videos on here because I need like a blank slate. There's some more bats. For myself. I think I was like trying to reach for something and trying to figure out what this channel was about. And like what I know it's not about is it's not instructional for motherhood. Although, I mean, in my professional life, I have tons of instructions I could give. I'm really good at like the first few days of life and maybe the first year, emotionally and mentally, for motherhood. So I could put that on here, or I could go into like my little adventures of like writing and historical fiction and fantasy and all of that weird psychological fun stuff, or my understanding of pop culture, MBTI. And I just kind of realized that I'm still going to use this as sort of one of my, like, it's like a toy box to me of just like all the different creative ways that I can be when it comes to being on video. I love video. I was like walking around Thailand as a 19-year-old with a video camera making videos for my friends, although they did report that they're wildly shaky. And I don't know, I did feel like then I was just looking for an audience, looking for people to listen to me, which probably just comes from a deprived childhood of not having enough attention, which is ridiculous. My parents paid attention to me and I had a good community that paid attention to me. I was fine. But like, I think I'm like trying to figure out like, why the heck am I doing this? And I'm like, to me, it really is about like, it's not even about the feedback or even an audience. It's about expression, because I just need to pop out something creative. And if it's more the idea that it could influence someone, or that it could help someone, or someone could witness it and they could maybe feel the same tone. Like, I think that's why I do any of it. Yes. And my job is very much the more science part of me, although it can be creative, but it's a lot of the like, the sensory, like having to be responsible. And I'd say the same thing is true of, I take a huge emotional, like, excuse me, path into motherhood. It is still very much so like a job where you show up every day, and that is exactly what it needs to be. And I do the best when my life is structured that way. But being an EP, being an EFP, because I don't know if I'm an ENFP still or an ESFP, I'm pretty sure I'm an ENFP. It just seems there's way too much SI. And speaking of SI, I'm spending the fall cleaning up like 40 years of gathering stuff, which turns out it's only like 1.5 like rooms full of stuff, but it's still stuff. I'll be doing that, and I'm going to work on that novel, and I'm kind of grounding myself from here. This was too much of an open end, which is really fun for my brain. I love having open like roads to travel on. I love having open ways of thinking about things, and like, what if we did it this way? What if we did that? And I definitely need that in my life. But for right now, I need to close this window in my brain in order to work on the novel, in order to settle more into here. Most of our stuff has been settled, and the reason why we have the rooms the way they are is because everywhere else in the house is like done. And we're going very slow. But this is hard. This is hard lifting for an EP, the whole settling into your roots. But I really like what I'm doing professionally. I really like where our family is. We've come through a lot. It's been an emotional roller coaster throughout all the early years of development that happens in childhood, but like, it feels really good. And I just wanted to say, like, leave a little message here in case my friends came to visit. Like, I'm here, I'm just hanging out, and I don't know, like, one thing that I've been really kind of thinking about, because I drive through farmland in order to get to work, even though I work at like a hospital that's connected internationally to a lot of things, and I see a lot of international patients, and just, it's interesting. But it's still my Illinois roots. Like, I grew up near farmland, and I have Illinois roots as like more of the rural areas and smaller towns. Like, that's in my body and blood too. Like, literally my history. So I really want to capture some of the beautiful barns and beautiful like farmland that still exists here, but is like kind of becoming more ancient, as far as, not ancient, we don't have that in America, but like, it's just getting older and it's more part of the relics and the history here. So I might stop every once in a while in a field and like chat about some farms, but like that might be something I do this fall as a way of having an outlet on here. But I just needed to close this window. And thank you for those who have watched. Thank you for listening to my ramblings. It's just fun to have a place with no rules and just creativity. And I would say, if I could say anything to any of you, it would be like my main impression, I guess, is look at things differently. Be willing to look at things from multiple angles and say yes while also saying no to the possibility of things. I think that's really the trick about EPs. I think people think that we're just like, yes, 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 I'll do anything. And it's sort of, but it's a lot of straining out what we don't want. And it's getting down to what we actually do and getting that down to that perfect FI is what I feel like my brain is trying to do. It's trying to always, the FI is like leading all of the like gather. I think people see our first function and they think whether it's SE or FE or, oh, sorry, not FE, NE or SE, they see us just dabbling in everything. And I think they think that that's our identity. And while that is tied to it, it's really the true authentic identity FI that is driving it at the heart of it. So it almost doesn't matter what we do. It's the idea of just trying to figure out exactly who we are and being able to let other people show up and have space to be exactly who they are. So anyway, there's that. Be gentle with yourselves. And I'm off here for a while. So take care. Happy fall. And I don't know, maybe some barn ramblings. That would be kind of cool. Maybe not. Yeah, I'll come back, but I just don't know how yet. So, all right, take care. Bye-bye.